Starting off at number 10, we have Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin ended her career overnight after she posted a photo of herself holding the head of then President Donald Trump. Practically everyone across the board agreed that the photos had crossed a major line, with Chelsea Clinton's daughter Hillary Clinton tweeting out, quote, "This is vile and wrong. It is never funny to joke about harming a president." Many networks responded by promptly cutting Griffin from their programming. One was CNN, who made a statement that they were terminating their agreement with Kathy to appear on their New Year's Eve program. Mr. Trump commented that it was sick, and his wife Melania called the photo disturbing. In a video message posted to Twitter, Griffin begged for forgiveness and said she had crossed a line, but I don't believe her career has recovered since. And at number 9, Vanessa Hudgens. Okay, I know we talk about this Vanessa Hudgens one kind of a lot, but it's just so bad I refuse to stop bringing it up. If you didn't already know, Vanessa is the queen of Coachella, and when it was announced that Coachella was postponed, then canceled because of COVID-19, she was not happy. And she took those feelings to Instagram Live, literally the worst place to get mad about things, because you can get caught saying some really dumb stuff. On the live, she was really dismissive about the pandemic in general and basically said that people are gonna die anyway, so who cares? She of course apologized later, but the whole thing just left a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, mine included. That's why I keep bringing it up. Also, make sure to like the video if you're liking it so far. In at number 8, Gigi Hadid. Gigi Hadid got in a massive scandal after she posted a video of herself mocking Asian people. To make things worse, right around that time, Gigi was supposed to fly to Shanghai, China to walk in the annual Victoria's Secret fashion show. But of course, because of that scandal, online commenters made it clear that Gigi was no longer welcome in China, so she ended up dropping out of the show. In the video that was posted, Gigi's at a table with friends as she holds up a small cookie of a Buddha, where she then laughs as she squints her eyes. To make matters worse, Hadid was featured on the cover of Blac Chyna at that time the video was posted. Gigi ended up apologizing, but it definitely stained her reputation. And that was pretty well deserved. And at number 7, Bella Thorne. Bella Thorne offended fans when she posted a racially insensitive caption on Instagram. She posted a photo from her nude photo shoot in GQ, Mexico, where she says in the caption that, quote, "I specifically asked for no retouching on this photo, and let me tell you, I have insecurities about pretty much everything. That's natural and that's human." And that was all well and good, but the next part had people up in arms, where they're adding in that caption, quote, "I'm not effing perfect, I'm a human being and I'm real, so hip hop your asses over the fence and get over it." But that last part about the fence was really not only completely unnecessary, but also inappropriate, as that was right around the time that Trump was announcing his border wall with Mexico. And this was of course all made worse by the fact that the image was from GQ Mexico. She never apologized or clarified the comments further, but she later tweeted out, quote, "Latina and proud," which really didn't make the situation any better. The comments are still on her post to this day, so clearly she didn't find them offensive enough to change them. And at number 6, Khloe Kardashian's Photoshop fail. This is another thing that I will also not stop talking about. Khloe and the entire Kardashian clan have been getting called out for photoshopping for years now. But 2020 was a particularly bad year for Khloe, especially since it seemed like she was retouching more than ever. The worst was this one, because when we first saw the picture, we were all pretty sure that it didn't really look like her. But then someone on Twitter revealed that she wore the exact same look on one day of filming Keeping Up. And the before and after is very shocking. And I'm really not trying to hate on Khloe at all here, but we really need some kind of transparency with editing like that, because young impressionable people are watching and looking at our Instagram, and that's just extremely different. Halfway at number 5, Lana Del Rey. Lana Del Rey started a very unnecessary controversy for herself when she decided to post a long statement to her Instagram talking about how she's attacked for using sexual lyrics in her songs while other women in the industry do not, comparing herself to mostly women of color like Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat, Cardi B, and Beyonce. But people were unhappy that she pitted herself against women of color, and also that she failed to recognize that all women in the industry get backlash about using sexual lyrics in their songs. The most obvious one for me is WAP, which was heavily criticized. She tried to clarify her stance later, but just really only made things worse. And at number 4, Selena Gomez. This is an old one, but back in 2014, Selena got in some major hot water after disrespecting a holy mosque. During a 2014 visit to Abu Dhabi, Selena Gomez posed inside of a mosque, but the issue was that she posed with her ankle out, going directly against the dress code of modesty in Islamic houses of worship, with the mosque's dress code specifically requiring long, loose-fitting ankle-length trousers or skirts for women and men. One angry comment read, quote, "Please respect yourselves. This isn't a place to take pictures like this. It's a holy place where you should be polite and respect yourself." Selena later deleted the photo to not anger anyone further. In at number 3, Demi Lovato. Demi Lovato was cancelled after it was exposed that she had a Finsta account basically dedicated to hating on Selena Gomez. This account, called @TraumaQueenForever, was exposed when Demi decided to go live on that account, thinking it was her regular Instagram account. And it didn't take long for people to screenshot the pictures, where people could clearly see many of the posts were about Demi's hatred of Selena. After that was exposed, #Demi Lovato's over party began trending. Demi did not directly address the scandal, but said later in a podcast that she doesn't think cancel culture is real and that she's been canceled more times than she can count. So she wasn't really remorseful whatsoever. I just really want to know what Selena could have done to make Demi hate her so much, like have a whole entire account dedicated to her. Very strange. And at number 2, Harry Styles. Harry Styles is generally regarded as an unproblematic king, but he did have a brief scandal many years ago after he posted a photo wearing a Native American headdress that was criticized as cultural appropriation and disrespectful. And some of the people that called Harry out the most were his own fans, with a fan account on Twitter commenting, quote, "Cultural appropriation is not nice, regardless of the context or intent. Let's leave it at that." Harry did end up deleting that photo. And finally, number 1, Sebastian Stan. Sebastian Stan was not canceled for something that he posted, but rather something his girlfriend posted. Last year, a photo resurfaced from his girlfriend, Alexandra Oniva's Instagram account, where her and a friend were dressed up as Japanese geishas, with the caption reading, quote, "Asian night." Immediately, fans started tweeting at Sebastian to denounce this photo and acknowledge that it is racist. But the main issue happened when, instead of commenting on the issue, Sebastian started blocking people that were tweeting at him to address it. One user said she asked him to address it, but she instead was blocked, going on to say how she's in the Asian community and the photo was disrespectful to her. Shortly after all that, the #Sebastian Stan is over party started trending.
Beginning list at number 10 is Heidi Klum. Many people would agree that she has been #blessed when it comes to her looks. I mean, I personally hope I look as good as she does at 46. She is a full-time mom, TV personality, fashion designer, and model, which is why it was so bizarre when she got caught lying about her shape on Instagram. Apparently, the beautiful bombshell felt she needed to retouch a picture of herself from the Emmys. People exposed her for lying because the original paparazzi photos surfaced online, and in comparison to the one that she posted, it showed that her waist was trimmed down and her hips were made wider, creating a more hourglass shape. No one really understood why, seeing as the original was stunning anyways. Like, she's literally perfect. Up next at number 9 is Manti Te'o. The Notre Dame linebacker had been posting all over social media about his online girlfriend named Lene Keikoa. He started dating her online, but never had the chance to actually meet her because he was so busy with his football career. But in 2012, he announced that his long-distance girlfriend had died from leukemia. But then reporters tried to look her up and found out that she never actually existed. Once he was busted for lying, he started telling people that his friend made up the fake account and that he was a victim of a catfishing scheme. Allegedly, his friend confessed his love for him, and in order to protect his reputation, he told everyone that she died of cancer. There's no confirmation on whether that is true or not, but regardless, you literally could have just said that you guys broke up. Like, why did she have to die of fake cancer? It's a little twisted. Swiping the number 8 spot is Kylie Jenner. No one could ever convince us that she didn't get her lips filled, but there was a time when she was lying about it. Although she is more than open about it now, there was once a time when she didn't want people to know that she was editing her lips, drawing them in thicker, and then later getting them filled. One time, she was busted for lying after she posted a picture to Instagram with her lips looking very full. But then later that day, people started posting a photo taken by the paparazzi on the same day, and you can see a noticeable difference. It looks like a combination of lighting, editing, lip liner, just a lot of altering overall. Down the road though, she did open up about her insecurity about her lips and admitted to getting the filler, which we already knew. In spot number 7 is Elizabeth Chambers. We've talked about people who edit their own photos before posting them on social media, but what about when you edit someone else's picture? Elizabeth started getting some hate after she posted pictures where it appears that she edited her own husband's nose. Her husband, Armie Hammer, posted a photo to his Instagram account that looked raw and unedited, like a normal nose. Later on, Elizabeth posted the same photo on her Instagram account, but with a filter and also a fake nose job to her husband. I mean, clearly, he didn't have an issue with his nose when he posted the same picture, but it comes off like she had to Photoshop him before sharing the picture to her own page. Cruising into the number 6 spot is Farrah Abraham. The Teen Mom star got called out for lying on social media by her own daughter, 11-year-old Sophia. In 2019, Farrah did a live stream on her Instagram and started to speak about Sophia's acting class. Farrah told her viewers that Sophia was pretending to be shy about the new acting thing and that she got called out during her class. But Sophia was not having it and clapped back immediately. She chimed in on the live stream and told Farrah's viewers that she did not get called out during her acting class. She said, "You just like to lie on social media and you like to gossip about me on live all the time. Nothing like getting called out by your own 11-year-old daughter." Farrah just laughed about it in the video and made a joke about how she is a gossip girl. We've made it to the halfway mark and we have Nelly. We often hear about people lying about their age. For some people, it can be a difficult thing to admit to. And one time, Nelly lied about his age so that he could be included on a magazine list of hotties. The rapper was once included on Teen People's Hottest Stars Under 25, which he reposted on his social media. But it was revealed that he was actually 28 years old at the time, and it was confirmed by pictures of his own birth certificate. Apparently, he just really wanted his spot on that list. You gotta do what you gotta do. Fake it till you make it. Rolling into the number 4 spot is Beyonce. I put the pop star in one of my similar lists for photoshopping her pictures and altering her body shape on social media, but this time I'm sharing a story where she apparently lied about one of her songs. News broke on the gram that she had claimed to be a singer-songwriter who wrote her hit Irreplaceable. That is a banger. Not gonna lie. But then the truth came out and it was revealed that Neo actually wrote the song and then gave it to Beyonce after deciding that it would better fit a female singer. And who would sing it better than her? Right? Like, good choice. He explained what happened and said, "One song that I gave away and didn't want to, but it's actually a good thing that I did, is Beyonce's Irreplaceable. I honestly wrote that song for myself, but that song taught me a very interesting lesson. A man singing it comes across a little bit misogynistic, a little bit mean, but he knew that it was a good song, so he passed it on to Beyonce," who apparently wanted to say that she wrote it. Coming to our 3rd spot is Rita Ora. Girl is always looking fire, and many people have said she's one of the most stunning pop stars in the industry. But for some reason, she felt the need to retouch one of her photos before posting it on her Instagram. The gorgeous star shared a post to her Instagram account after performing at the Milano Gala. She rocked a bright red studded 2-piece set and looked absolutely incredible. But it appears that she didn't think so because the original photos show just how much she face-tuned and altered her body in the post. Why she felt like she had to Photoshop the original paparazzi photos is beyond us. You can see that she made her waist smaller and changed the lighting, but her abs are still very much real, so let's give her that. The thing that personally bugs me the most is that it looks like she altered her face. Her cheekbones and eyes look different, and her fans were quick to point it out. And number 2 is Lindsay Lohan. She had a lot of wild headlines throughout her career and a handful of times when she's been busted for lying on social media. But one time that's hard to forget is when the news broke on Instagram of her claiming that she was forced to handle the late Whitney Houston's body bag as part of her community service. May we never forget the time that she was arrested and put behind bars. But it wouldn't take long for people to realize that that was a lie. Despite this fact, the coroner's office publicly corrected her and explained that Whitney was never even in a body bag in the first place during all of that. What a strange lie. Winning the number 1 place on our list is James Frey. He was the best-selling author at one point in time for his novel A Million Little Pieces. People fell in love with his book, and it even landed on Oprah's successful book club reading list, which is a huge deal for a lot of authors. The book was originally sold as a memoir, and that's how he promoted it all over his social media. Then it was later revealed that he had actually lied and that the story was actually fictional. The story was about a 23-year-old alcoholic and drug abuser and how he copes with a 12-week rehab treatment. So it wasn't something to claim as your personal story if it actually wasn't your personal story. Oprah ended up kicking him out of her book club, and he actually went on her show to publicly apologize to her, but also to all of his fans. Beginning our list, number 10 is Ronnie Ortiz Magro, but you'd probably know him better as Ronnie from Jersey Shore. If you follow the show in more recent seasons, you would have seen the chaotic drama between him and his girlfriend Jen Harley, who is also the mother of his daughter. The show has captured many of their fights, but one of them was exposed by Jen after she secretly went on Instagram Live in the middle of one of their fights. Kind of a genius move. I mean, kind of crazy. Why film the whole thing and post later when you can just live stream to the entire world? I mean, you would never actually have to explain your side of the story because it was just happening in live time. So, kind of genius.
Stop! You got it! Oh, you got it!
Get off of me!
Stop! Run!
Seriously, no, she wants the live
In the video, the fight turned physical, which exposes a completely different issue of physical abuse in the relationship. You can hear Jen's friend yelling for them to stop, trying to break up the physical altercation. Ronnie was trying to take the phone from her because he knew that she was taking pictures or filming, but he had no idea that she was actually on Instagram Live. And when he realized, he was pissed, to say the least. Up next, number 9 is Lil Kim. Or Lil Kim. I feel like that is the proper way to say it. What happened was Danielle Bregoli, aka Bad Baby, recently got attacked online for being accused of blackfishing. She went on her Instagram Live to defend herself, and while doing so, she called out Lil Kim for whitewashing. Keep in mind, Lil Kim had nothing to do with anything, so it was really random as to why she would just start talking about her. But she brought up Kim in comparison and accused her of trying to be white. In her live stream, she said, "No disrespect to Lil Kim, but the girl wears foundation that's too light for her face. The girl went and got a nose job to have a smaller nose like white people. She can do what she do and make her happy, that is all her. But I'm saying she literally got surgery to make herself look like a white person." I feel like that is quite the accusation. You might be exposing her, but it might not be the truth. I don't think Lil Kim would agree that she's trying to be white. Rolling into the number 8 spot is Prince Harry. Back in 2012, the world of Instagram was left in shock after nude photos of him leaked while he was partying it up in Las Vegas. The picture showed him naked in a Las Vegas hotel playing strip billiards with 6 young women. During this point of his life, he was trying to balance his life with the royal family and the army which he was serving in, and clearly a social life. At the time the pictures were taken, he was actually on a vacation before heading off to serve in Afghanistan. He was incredibly embarrassed for obvious reasons and issued an apology saying, "At the end of the day, I probably let myself down, I let my family down, I let other people down, but it was probably a classic example of me being too much army and not enough prince." Coming to number 7 spot is Iggy Azalea. Famous beauty YouTuber James Charles made a video recently where he DM'd his favorite celebrities and asked them to pick their favorite makeup product which he would use in his video. And in his video, he exposed all of the celebrities he asked with screenshots from their DM conversations. He had conversations with people like Rihanna, Kim K, Paris Hilton, Shawn Mendes, and Iggy Azalea. And by exposing their conversation, he also exposed that her makeup routine is trash. Those were her words, not mine. In the screenshot, she responded to his initial message with, "Haha, sure, but I have no idea what primer to tell you because I never use any. You know my makeup routine is trash, LMAO." In response to her message, he told her to pick a bronzer instead. Honestly, this is just hilarious to me, and I actually have mad respect for her now because, girl, I feel ya. What is primer? I don't know. I wouldn't be able to name a primer for you. And at number 6 is Jamie Lynn Spears. She made a name for herself from taking on the lead role in Nickelodeon show Zoe 101, but then left the show when she was just 18 because she became pregnant. So if you know her from that show, then you'd be shocked to see the footage that leaked on Instagram back in 2015. Surveillance footage showed that Jamie was not messing around when it came to a brawl that broke out in a dining area when she was in a pita pit. The brawl broke out and one of her friends happened to get involved, so she got in like defense mode. And when I say defense mode, I mean defense mode. She dives in and pulls her friend out of the fight and then calmly walks behind the food counter and grabs a long 7-inch bread knife and starts waving it around, trying to warn the people who were fighting. I did not see that coming from Zoe, the little 15-year-old Zoe 101 that I know. Damn, She got some fight in her. We've made it halfway, and we have Amber Portwood. The MTV Teen Mom star got exposed by her boyfriend and baby daddy, Andrew Glennon, after she allegedly attacked him with a matchet. In July 2019, he filed a police report saying that she had assaulted him and attacked him with a matchet while he had their toddler son in his arms. Audio footage was later released on Instagram of his court statement, where he shared a handful of different abuse stories completely exposing her. Obviously, the media had a help of exposing this audio footage. She was charged with domestic violence committed in the presence of a child less than 16 years old, as well as intimidation. It was actually up to a felony charge because of previous charges for domestic violence and battery. In the end of all the chaos, she ended up pleading guilty to the felony intimidation charge in exchange for the other charges to be dismissed. Amber ended up taking a plea deal and was put on probation for 906 days, and everyone got to watch it all happen on Instagram, like through different news outlets on different Instagram stories. Yeah. Moving on to number 4, we have Lindsay Lohan. She's been on one of my similar lists for getting exposed for photoshopping some of her pictures on her social media, and in reality, she's gotten exposed for a variety of things throughout her career, but one of them that people could not understand was when she got caught shoplifting. Back in 2012, video footage surfaced on Instagram catching her in the act of stealing a necklace from a Venice jeweler, which was worth $2,500. She was charged for theft, but because the necklace was worth more than $900, by law, it was considered a grand theft, which made the crime a felony. Lindsay denied the allegations and said she didn't steal it, but the surveillance video proves that she never paid for it. However, by the end of the investigation, no charges were brought against her. Lindsay claims that they loaned her the necklace and then she returned it back to her stylist later on, and the stylist did not return it to the jeweler on time. But thanks to the footage, we got to see it firsthand, and it looked to me like she was caught red-handed. In the 3rd place on our list is Bella Thorne. The former Disney star was exposed back in June 2019 after a hacker got a hold of some of her nude photos and threatened to release them. They were blurring certain parts out of her photos and posting them on Instagram and other social media platforms, threatening to reveal the full pictures. But this one had an interesting turn of events because not only was Bella Thorne exposed for her nudes, but she decided to expose the hacker and fight back. She shared screenshots of the text messages from them, exposing all of their threats and harassment. But ultimately, she outplayed them and ended up posting her own nude photos for the world to see. And she said, "It's my decision. Now you don't get to take another thing from me. I can sleep tonight better knowing I took my power back." That you did. It would take some serious balls to be posting your own nude photos for the entire world to see. Obviously, the pictures were taken down from Twitter and from Instagram because that's not allowed. But still. In spot number 2 is Tiger Woods. The world's greatest golfer was exposed online for being a serial cheater after his wife chased him out of the house with a golf club. The incident actually happened a few years before trends were a thing on social media, so we actually got all the details on the story down the road as news outlets continued to talk about the most controversial night of his career. Photos leaked online which showed him checking into a hotel with an NYC nightclub hostess named Rachel. The whole story was revealed, and on Thanksgiving night, his wife went through his phone after he fell asleep and saw that he was texting Rachel saying, "You are the only one I've ever loved." So his wife started texting Rachel back as if she was Tiger and got all the info that she needed. That's when she started screaming and chased him out of the house with a golf club in hand. She smashed up his Escalade and hit him in the mouth, which completely knocked him unconscious, and the neighbors actually saw the altercation and had to call him an ambulance. Well, let me tell you, that is some shit we put on Instagram. People don't forget. In the number 1 spot is Demi Lovato. It's common for celebrities to have private Instagram accounts referred to as fintas, so they can express themselves without being scrutinized by fans. But recently, Demi has been exposed for allegedly having one of these accounts which has posted mean captions and images about Selena Gomez. The account name goes by Trauma Queen Forever, and screenshots showed pictures that slandered Selena. People are saying it's Demi behind the account, and the main reason they think so is because Demi's real-life friends followed this account. The account has now been disabled since it all came to surface, and there's actually a new trending hashtag going around right now. Hashtag Demi Lovato is over party. To me, I feel like it's gonna matter who you believe. Do you think Demi's behind the account? Do you think it's just a fan account and maybe they've made it look like Demi is behind the account? I don't know. Demi and Selena have had some beef in the past, but they seem to be good these days. So let me know what you're thinking down in the comments. Starting us off at number 10 is James Charles. James is known for many things, but one thing his fans love is his sister's apparel collection that he started and became a huge success. Recently, James announced that he had a new collection coming out in his line and posted some photos of what fans can look forward to. His collection is all color blocking style with different pastel colors. Everyone was very excited to get their hands on it until James was exposed by H3H3 online when they called him out and said that they designed it first and that he is taking their exact merch and throwing his label on it. Gila Klein posted some behind the scene photos from 2017 of her sketch of the design that James is using and feared that people would think that he designed it, not her. James responded online saying that he actually DM'd them a photo that inspired his collection and said that he never even saw their brand before, which is a very big insult. But hey. Up next, number 9 is David Guetta. A lot of celebrities used their platforms to show their support for the Black Lives Matter movement. But David Guetta's support wasn't taken very well after he did a remix of Martin Luther King's speech, I Have a Dream. He said he made the remix in honor of George Floyd and wanted it to be a tribute to him to hopefully see more unity and peace in the world. People were furious and started to expose him online for what they said was creating more racism. Someone shared a video of him performing the remix and wrote, "We found it, the whitest way to react to racism." Other people said they don't think George Floyd would have wanted him to put an EDM track behind an iconic speech like that. But he did have good intentions with the live stream performance that he was doing. It was actually meant to raise donations for the cause. Unfortunately, people could not get behind the remix track and had to share it all over social media. Making her way into number 8 is Khloe Kardashian. She's been getting a lot of criticism online for her friendship with the TikTok star Addison Rae. People started noticing that they were spending a lot of time together when Addison posted TikToks with her and then Kourtney was uploading Instagram photos of them in bikinis in her pool. At first, people didn't really think anything of it, probably because they didn't realize the age gap between them. But then fans started commenting on her Instagram post pointing out that Kourtney is 41 years old and Addison is 19. People started referring to their friendship as weird and didn't understand what they could possibly have in common. Someone even pointed out that Addison is actually closer to the age of Kourtney's oldest son than she is with her. Kourtney is not bothered by all the hate she's getting though, and neither is Addison. They continue to hang out and create content together pretty much every day. Sliding to number 7 is Justin Bieber. There was a point when he was getting called out on Instagram to a point where he actually threatened to private his account so that fans could not see it. It was back in 2016 when he was posting pictures with his new girlfriend, Sofia Richie. Fans of his ex, Selena Gomez, began to criticize his new relationship and he had enough of it. He posted a black and white photo of them and captioned it, "I'm gonna make my Instagram private if you guys don't stop the hate. This is getting out of hand. If you guys are really fans, you wouldn't be so mean to people that I like." But Selena chimed in quickly and called him out for posting it in the first place. She commented on their picture saying, "If you can't handle it, then stop posting pictures of your girlfriend. LOL. Don't be mad at your fans. They love you and supported you before anyone ever did." Justin then fought back and accused Selena of using him for attention and fame. So they both kind of tried to expose each other with all this petty drama, but didn't really get anywhere. And he did not private his Instagram, I don't think. Sniping the number 6 spot is Dylan Sprouse. He also got into some Instagram relationship drama with his former girlfriend Dana Fraser. Fans were shocked back in 2017 when she posted a selfie on Instagram where she appeared to be crying and captioned it, "When you find out your boyfriend cheated on you, LOL." Fans were quick to realize that she was not kidding because she actually deleted all their photos together on her page. She wasn't the only one though, he also deleted their pictures together. But he stayed silent on the cheating matter for a few days until he broke his silence on it. He ended up posting a statement saying, "I will say this and only this. By adhering to an assumption based on limited information, you neglect the complicated nature of this issue. The truth always has two sides, and those sides have motivations, and those motivations, despite how cloudly they currently seem, are private." Honestly, that just sounds like a good way of saying I cheated and I justify my reasoning for it. Halfway through the list, number 5 is Nick Young. He was once engaged to Azealia Banks, but they called it quits before even getting to the altar back in 2016. Fans were shocked and very confused following the news that they split up, but Azealia went online and exposed the pro basketball player for the real reason as to why they broke up. She went online and wrote, "I broke up with Nick because I found out he had brought other women into our home while I was away and caught them on the security footage." I'll be damned. By this point, rumors were already going around that they broke up because he had cheated on her with his former girlfriend and mother to his son, Kiana Green. So Azealia shut the rumors down and confirmed that yes, he did cheat on her, but not with his ex. It was with random girls. However, shockingly enough, Kiana and Nick welcomed their second child together just a few months after this cheating scandal. So if you do the math, he was cheating on her with his ex. Azealia said she never knew that Kiana was even pregnant and that it was like being shot in the chest when she found out. Making his way into number 4 is Kevin Hart. Back in August 2017, Aniko Parrish was expecting her first child with Kevin, but caused some online drama when she wrote on Instagram that they had been together for the past 8 years. Fans were quick to point out the fact that Kevin and his ex-wife Tori got divorced 6 years ago, so that would only be true if he was cheating on her. Aniko and Tori started going back and forth with each other in the comments, which have now been deleted, unfortunately. Let's just say that Tori's comments fueled the cheating rumors, and fans were convinced that Kevin had been cheating on her for years when they were married. He never actually addressed the claims head on, so we didn't get the final answer to the question at the time, but he did post a series of Instagram stories where he said, "This will act as nothing but material for your boy," which is not surprising because he later joked about his cheating past in his stand-up comedy sketches. He actually does it very often. Taking over to the 3rd spot is Blac Chyna. If you followed her relationship with Rob Kardashian, you would know just how toxic it was. Instagram got a good look at it back in June 2017 when Rob started exposing her online after they had split. He went on Instagram and blasted her in a series of extremely graphic and expletive-ridden posts, which have mostly been deleted. But in his post, he accused her of cheating. He posted a video of her kissing another man and said, "Ha ha ha, Chyna just sent me this video saying happy 4th of July, what a crazy person, come spend time with your daughter." If you don't know, the very toxic couple have a little girl together. Rob also went too far and posted Chyna's nude photos that she once sent him when they were together. Things actually got so out of line and chaotic that Blac Chyna filed a restraining order against him. In spot number 2 is Ellen DeGeneres. After months of being criticized online and an investigation being done on her talk show workplace, she returned to her show with an apology in her opening monologue. People were wondering if she was going to return for season 18 or if her show was going to be cancelled, but they quickly learned she was back when she posted her monologue to her Instagram page. The video was her apology about the different accusations of mistreatment in her workplace and her not being as kind as they say that she is on TV. But her apology did not get good reviews, and instead she was slammed for it, some people even coming out with more accusations. People began commenting on her apology Instagram post, exposing her for treating people poorly at restaurants, mistreating fans who met her, mistreating people who used to work for her, just a variety of different claims. She has yet to address any of the new ones, and to be honest, she probably won't. I don't think she's gonna talk about it ever again. Winning the number 1 place is Chris Evans, but this probably is a 1st place prize that he might wish he did not win. I don't think we will ever forget, actually this happened recently, so you might not even know, the time when he exposed himself on Instagram and left the world in total shock. When I say he exposed himself, he literally exposed himself. Somehow the actor accidentally posted nude photos of himself even though they were quickly deleted. People had already taken screenshots and started spreading them online. His explicit photo ended up becoming a trending Twitter topic. So, how does this happen? Chris was posting videos to his Instagram story of him playing the game Heads Up with some of his friends, and literally moments later, when you tap through the story, his story just featured these intimate pictures that he probably didn't mean to put on his story. He handled the scandal as best as he could, probably mortified, but thanked his fans for support throughout it. He also encouraged people to have the same privacy and respect towards women, since people agreed to stop sharing the photo and keep it private, since it was meant to be private. But I want to know who he was sending that to.